Hello friends and welcome. I'm Sarah Liz and I'm so excited. It is Spellbinders Club Reveal Day. It is the first of the month and every month I give you a little sneak peek of inspiration and card tutorials that are coming up throughout the month. I have lots and lots of big news too. There's a live stream, a guest spot on Craft Roulette, double kits, back-to-back days. So let's go ahead and dig into it. This first card is using the 3D embossing folder and it has this beautiful citrus background. You could do limes, lemons, oranges. I don't know why mine are pink, but I saw something online that kind of inspired me. And so I did kind of pink in the background. I used a surprise product, well, two really, that I stole from my 6-year-old. For some of the color, there's a little bit of shimmer in there that's hard to pick up on camera. And then I just cut one out that I did as like a standard lemon. And I love this one. Like I just want to pet the texture on this. I love citrus. This would go really well with the lemon zest die that has the whole lemons that aren't cut. And then we have a mini sentiment, sending you a big squeeze. You see how small that one is? That is one of our standard rectangle emergency sentiments, and I will show you in that tutorial how to shrink them down if you haven't seen it already. Just like the last couple of months, I do have a free printable with extra sentiments, circles, no circles. We have some in rectangles. We have some in our strip sentiments, and there's some extra surprises here. We will go through this entire kit. We'll read through them all. I'll show you what's in here on the 6th. So Thursday, June 6th, this kit releases. It is a completely free download. And there's a whole nother kit coming out on the 7th. So definitely hit that subscribe button. If you ring that bell, it will notify you every time there's a new free download. So this is the large die of the month, and it's always one of my favorites. It's simply jam-packed with tons of stuff. Here's one of the cards that I made using this set and just this set and some ink blending. So we have a little island, we have some like frothing waves going on, a horizon line, a sun, two different types of clouds. I did use them here. I just sort of trimmed more loosely around them to create sort of sunset clouds instead of happy sunny daytime clouds. This beautiful beach umbrella that I haven't used yet, but I'm going to because I love it so much. And then we have two chairs. I've just used one here, but they face each other and they're really, really lovely. Again, I have one of my sentiments up at the top, relax and enjoy, but certainly there are lots of sentiments you could put on here as well. So these two cards were an accidental 2-for-1. I thought I was just making this card, but when I cut the beach balls out of the center, I couldn't throw it away. I just couldn't do it. So we have two cards, sending sunshine your way, have a ball on your birthday. There are familiar elements here, right? So we have our beach chair, and then we also have one of our puffy clouds and our island. But let's talk about the stencil of the month. All right, so I've been getting the stencil of the month since they started it in December, and this one I think is my favorite just because you get so much and so many options in here. So 3 of these stencils go together and they're gonna layer up to create the beach ball, right? And we have like the little dots on the end, and that's this background. And it's so quick and easy. I didn't do any fancy inking. I don't have any like darker, lighter areas. I just went for it. Used the big brushes, got it done really quickly. But then there's also 2 other stencils that you can use together or separately. And I love the options that you get. It's got this sort of bold graphic feel. So I used this one just to ink up the bottom of that panel in some white pigment ink, and then I white heat embossed that for a really simple look. But you can stack them, right? They match up perfectly. So you can do like a little rainbow or ombre of that shape, which I love. You can do the same thing with this big graphic area as well. I think it gives you options for clouds, for waves, for whatever you want in a totally different feel than some of the other pieces that are in the clubs right now. Next up, this guy is mixing and matching with the large die of the month, which you'll recognize, and the small die of the month, you guys. And I made a little shaker just for our water. In here, we have, the package calls this guy a hippo, but my husband and I are pretty sure it's more like a capybara. Not that I've ever seen one, but it just feels like that to me. So it's some kind of cute animal. We also have an ice cream cone. It's got this little face and they dance. These are Dancin elements. I didn't do that here because he's kind of like stuck in his little duck, but I have cut so many of these pieces and I have so many plans for making more things with this. Let me show you. So here I have cut a couple other inner tubes, floaty pieces, right? And you've got what you need to turn him into a turtle, which I think is super cute. But I want to show you some of the other critters that will fit in there, right? This little guy is from last month's small die of the month, and I love him in there, or you could kind of perch him on top, right? I think there's a lot of fun ways to do that. This is from the large die of the month last month, and I think I want to decapitate him. I think I want to put like this flamingo head on this inner tube and somehow still repurpose the wings that turned him into the duck. I don't know. These are kind of small, but I'm playing with it. I'm going to look for a way to do that. But then, do you remember this guy? This is from the Dancin birthday set that came out. So this is the Dancin birthday dragon. And he fits so perfectly in here. Just kind of lounging, chilling, doing his thing. And in theory, his body would be the Dancin part, but I think I'm going to make his head a wobbler. And I think that'll be super fun. Tons of cute stuff that will fit in these inner tubes. If you really like the Dancin dies, this is what you get as your free gift in the deluxe caboodle, which is where you get all the kits, and it's an amazing savings. I just think he's super cute, and he's got like arms and his legs swing back and forth. I might use him tonight. I'm going live tonight. So it's Saturday, June 1st, 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Pacific. It's me, Call Me Crafty Al, Lynn from LV Handcrafted, and we're going to be playing with the club kits and bringing you more inspiration. Generally, we have a good time, a lot of laughs. So I will link that below and at the end of this video. Definitely check that out. This card isn't finished yet, but it's the one I am most excited about. I can't help myself. I try to make some cards using just the kits kind of as they are because some people haven't bought the kits that came before it. But this card is mixing up a bunch of the old kits. So we have some familiar pieces here, right? Our little island, our sun, and our clouds. But then I've stolen from the Coastal Escape Views. This came out maybe in February. It has the palm trees and then a little mini island on here. And so I just stole the palm tree. And then the bottle itself is from last June, right? Are we seeing a theme for summer? I stole this giant bottle, and we're actually going to turn this into a very fancy shaker. I will show you in a minute. And then it's got this cork in there as well. And then just for these leaves over in the corner, I've taken those from last month's kit. You certainly could swap out a bunch of different things and do this a little bit differently, but here's what's going to happen. This is an interactive, something that I've not tried before. I have two bottles. It's going to be a shape card. So we start with one palm tree and then you open it up and the other one has two palm trees. And the sentiment for this card is lost without you. And it's going to be a message hidden inside the bottle. So the next part of our card for me to assemble is this very fancy frame. I don't know if you can tell, that's really thick. It's 3mm craft foam. I will explain how I did this and how it's so sturdy. I was so surprised it worked as well as it did. So that's going to go on there. There'll be acetate, and then there will be a letter floating around on the inside, and then tucked into the top of our bottle is a message. And I have a prototype. When I work on things like this, I test it out on like some scrap first, but you can hold this and pull the message. This one's a little bit stuck because I've been messing with it, but you pull the message and it will reveal that lost without you. For this one, I have to like pull the whole thing open and like manually wind it. But this one, I'm going to show you how to make this little turning mechanism so you can just wind it back in there and you can actually seal that shut. I would love to know, do you like these like club remix cards where we mix together the new and the old and we try to get more use out of things that maybe we've tucked in our drawer and forgotten about. So let me know what you think about that. Sometimes I think it's nice to give these fancy cards their own video, a little more space, but I love remixing too. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you prefer not to use printed sentiments, there are lots of options being released from Spellbinders in the current club kits. The glimmer of the month is called Summertime Sentiments, like full of sentiments. I can't actually read the entire thing. I just know what it's called. And then I know that there's a hello, friend, ice cream, sunnier, retirement, relaxing, adventure, and memories. But I think there's probably some other stuff in there as well to kind of connect those sentiments. The stitching die of the month has a giant ice cream cone and a sentiment that says have a cool summer. And I love the punny nature of that one. The clear stamp and die of the month has let's be adventurous, hello from paradise, and a few more. And then the Better Press. Oh gosh, you guys, the Better Press, it's so gorgeous. It's these giant palm fronds. I think that's what those leaves are. They're beautiful. And you can hot foil them or better press them. I would probably hot foil them because I've seen the samples and they're absolutely stunning. It also includes sending a sunny hello and wishing you a relaxing birthday. So really, really great options in the club kits. If there's lots of stuff that looks good to you, if even like half of it, you're sitting there going, I really like these and can't decide, get the deluxe caboodle. It's a 60% savings. You get all of the clubs. And when you subscribe to the clubs, you get 10% off your Spellbinders orders for the rest of the month, which is really awesome. All right, my friends, I hope that this was helpful for you. I would love to know which of these cards you're most excited to see in a tutorial coming up. The first one will come out on the 6th with that free printable kit. If you're interested in those printables, I will also link to the emergency card kit playlist. That's all the free printables below and at the end of this video, so you can check those out. But definitely hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified every time that there is a new free kit. I also wanted to let you know I will be the special guest on Craft Roulette on Friday, June 28th at 6:30 Central Time. I cannot wait. I am so excited. It's been a while since I was on. I will link to that below so you can click the notify me and it'll let you know when it's coming up. It is so much fun. If you haven't seen Craft Roulette before, definitely check it out. Links to clubs are below. Links to videos are below. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.